Dragon Ball Daima Episode 6, Lightning. This is what we're doing today. We're back with a brand new episode. Lightning is the title of it. And why is that the title? Well, let's get into it. Okay? Because this was a sick episode. This episode was a banger. A lot of information. A lot of plot. And some sweet action. That's all you can ask for in an anime. So, let's start it off. So, right after, episode 5, they crash land because Pansy packed too much stuff in the ship that they were all in. So, they crash land. Everybody gets out. They start pretty much unloading all the things. And as they're kind of like unloading the ship, Goku's like, man, I really gotta poop. I'm gonna go poop somewhere. He goes to poop somewhere, and he's like, wait, Pansy, you brought all that stuff. Do you have any toilet paper by chance? And Pansy's like, yeah, you're lucky I packed everything, and throws it at Goku. Goku goes and does his business. As he's doing that, okay, he's off in a bush somewhere pooping. As he's doing that, one of the Goma's armies, like a ship is flying by, and Glorio sees it. He's like, oh shit, the ship, it's coming. So as the ship is flying over, it stops because it sees them, and they kind of fly down, and they're looking for Goku, right? Because he just took out the entire army in episode 5. So they're looking for Goku. They drop down, and they go, where are you guys from? And Glorio, he says, well, I'm from, Demon Realm, the first Demon Realm world. Shin says he's from the second, which he is. And they look at Pansy, and they're like, where are you from? She pretty much just shows her necklace, because the army guys, they got all these necklaces around, pretty much all the villagers that control them, right? It shocks them. Or no, actually, it takes their life away, right? So if they don't bring back a certain amount of gold, for each coin of gold, they take away 9 lives. And it was stated that, demons in that world live to around 130 years or something like that. So 9 lives isn't a whole lot compared to our lives, right? But nonetheless, it's still 9 lives, and if you don't bring 3 of the coin, that's 21 years, that's 9 lives for each coin you don't bring back. So, yeah, they pretty much reactivate the necklace because she kind of shut it off, so they reactivate it, and they go, it's kind of weird that you 3 are, hanging out together, and Shin, right off the top, is like, oh, me and him are friends, and we came to this demon world to kind of, like, look around, and she's our guide, and they're like, okay, that's kind of weird. You came out here, and they're like, oh, well, we are thrill seekers, so that's what we're doing. And then that's when they ask, well, have you seen a little kid with spiky hair? He's not a demon. He's got round ears. They're like, no, I haven't seen him. And they're like, all right, well, if you have, let us know. He's worth 10 coin, okay? So I don't really get how they're going to give somebody 10 coin if they're going to come back to villages all the time just to take 3 coin. Like, you're pretty much giving me 10 coin that I'm going to end up having to give back anyway. So it's kind of just stupid. I hate the army. The Goma's evil. He's pretty much the dictator of the demon realms. As Goku comes back, they take off. They start flying away. While they're in the air, right, they unload everything. They get back in the ship, and they start taking off, right? So Goku and the crew, they're flying again. And they're like, all right, sweet. I'm glad that we're flying again. This is way better than walking. So Goku asks Shin, about his family, about Degasu and Arinsu. I don't know their names. We haven't really fully met them yet, so I'm not really sure how to pronounce their names in English. But, Degasu and Arinsu are the 2 Glins that are with Goma, right? And Goku questions that, and he goes, well, we're all born from a tree, like the Kai trees or whatever they're called. And you see little Shin pretty much dangling from, the base of the tree, and, you see the old man Kai, plucking him off the tree pretty much as he was a baby, and it was stated that Shin was born, and then 216 years later Degasu was born, so his brother, right? And then he goes on and says that Arinsu, the scientist doctor girl, she is his older sister, so they are all related. Those 3 Shins, right? Shin, Degasu, and Arinsu. Okay, they're all related. Shin being the middle, Degasu being the younger brother, and Arinsu being the older brother. Now, Arinsu being the older sister. But it is stated that not all Glins are brothers or sisters. And then it was stated that they're not actually, boy or girl, right? They don't have a gender. They're gender neutral, which is funny because then right after that he goes, yeah, she's my sister and her and this and that and she. And so, like, they're pretty much, guys and girls, right? They're pretty much. But at the end of the day, they're not, right? So if they do fuse together, which Kais do fuse together with the Patora earrings, it really just makes a being. It really doesn't, make a boy or a girl. I guess is just, a being, right? So then Goku makes a claim since he was born from a tree. He's like, oh, so since you're born from a tree, you're pretty much a plant. And then Shin's kind of like, I guess. And then Goku's like, well, that explains why you never eat any food and you only drink liquids, right? Like, now it's all making sense to Goku now. He's like, okay, Shin is a plant, the Kais are plants. Yeah, that's cool. So, we get a little bit more background on the Glins, right? And it was stated that Degasu and Arinsu, they pretty much never left the demon world because they said that most of the Glins left the demon world, for some reason a long time ago. But Degasu and Arinsu stayed because they liked the thrill and the craziness and the chaos, if you will, of the demon world. They're up in the highest demon realm where probably pretty much all the crazy stuff goes on, and and so they're happy there. And so anyway, as they're flying, Glorio goes, hey man, we probably, well, he doesn't say hey man, Pansy goes, hey, can I fly for you? You look tired. And Glorio insists, he goes, nah, I think we should all just, eat and rest while we can. It's going to be super important. We're all rested. So let's find a cave. And Pansy's like, oh man, there's no hotels out here. I'm not going to be able to shower, whatever. And then Goku's like, you could skip out on a shower. I do it all the time. And so They find a cave. They pretty much get down there. They start a fire. They're all, eating centipede meat and, insect meat and just a bunch of nasty stuff, right? A bunch of canned food, a bunch of crazy demon world food. And so, as they're all, hanging out, Pansy asks Glorio, she goes, hey, you said you were from the first demon realm when those guys were asking you. And he goes, yeah, I am. And then she goes, well, then why do you look like you're from the third demon realm? Which is what I said. I said this in the previous, I don't know which episode review it was, but I said this in one of the reviews. I said, why? I think it was, episode 3 review. I was like, why does Glorio look like some of the, royal guards or look like Pansy? Like, he has the same exact hairstyle, kind of, right? Off-colored hair, different, like, same eyes, same pointy ears. He's just a little darker blue than Pansy and King Kadan. But there was a royal, like, guard or somebody that, was training the army that had the same dark blue skin as Glorio. So I was like, he has to be some kind of royal family, or he has to be something, connected with, the demon realm on, the third demon realm. Because he looks like these guys, but he's from the first demon realm. So that didn't really make sense to me, because if all the demons in the second demon realm kind of look the same, this is obviously that, all the third realm demons kind of look the same. And you can see that with everybody. They all kind of look the same. So I was kind of noticing that each demon realm, all the demons are going to look kind of different, right? And he looks like the third demon realm demons. So he's questioned about that, and he goes, and then now the truth is being unraveled, because he did say he was from the first demon realm, but now he goes, well, I'm from the third demon realm, but I was hired by somebody in the first demon realm, so I could be there anytime I want. And she goes, oh man, you're lucky. And he goes, yeah, lucky me. And he probably doesn't like it. He probably hates it. And whoever he's hired by, who could that be? We'll get to that in a moment. It's probably somebody evil, and it's probably somebody using him. They're probably going to use him and then betray him. Because I think Glorio is doing wrong things for a purpose that he thinks is right, and he's going to end up getting bit in the ass because of it. Or he is totally just deceivingly evil, and he's greedy, and he wants to, take somebody's powers, maybe take the Degasu and Arinsu's powers, because he does not like Degasu, right? He doesn't like him at all. That was stated in, episode 4 or 5. You could tell he just doesn't like him. And then he doesn't say anything about Arinsu. He wants Degasu and Goma killed, right? He wants them defeated. For whatever reason, he doesn't want Arinsu defeated. Now, after Pansy asks him that, Shin asks him, hey, you want Goma defeated, why? And he goes, well, he's just a bad person. Like, he just keeps it plain and simple. He's a bad person. He's an evil person. He gives no information, right? So there's like, you have this crazy plan. You got this plan going on. It's obvious you're planning, scheming something, but your answers are just bland, So you can't trust somebody that's planning some stuff, and it's obvious that they got plans, but their answers are short, right? You can't trust them. So everyone falls asleep, and Shin knows this. Shin is on my wavelength. So Shin, everyone falls asleep. Glorio kind of goes off, and he's on the phone with somebody, and they're talking, and he's pretty much going, yes, everything's going good. I got them all. We're still on the way. Like, everything's good. And then it cuts to who he's talking to, and it's Dr. Arinsu, the Glend that works for Goma, right? The female Glend, Shin's older sister. So when they're talking, he pretty much hangs up. He walks back to the fire, and you can see Shin kind of open his eyes like, yeah, I was listening. I don't know if he listened to the whole conversation. I don't know if he could hear what they were saying, but he knows he was talking to somebody, right? And Shin is smart. He's been putting two and two together this whole time, and so something is up. And now Glorio knows that Arinsu is Shin's older sister because he was explaining that in the ship. And then when he was talking about that, Glorio, it does a little, close up of him, and he's kind of like, man. So something's going up. Something's going to happen with those three, with those four, Shin, Glorio, Degesu, and Arinsu, right? Something's happening. Now, what do I think? Immediate thoughts before I put any theory or concept into this, before I look into this anymore, I do think Arinsu is using Glorio to get Goku into that first demon world, because I think she might try to steal their power somehow. She might try to get Goku under her magic somehow. I don't know. I'm not too sure what she's doing, what she's plotting, but I think she's using Glorio. I think she's going to use him. I think she's going to betray him. I think she's, just got him for hire. When she gets what she wants, she's going to cut him off, maybe kill him, maybe, hurt him or banish him, trap him somehow, some way. But it's not going to be good for Glorio. And I think Glorio thinks that she's going to do something right. Maybe she's telling him, like, get Goku here so we can take out Goma together. But really, I think she's going to take everybody out, and she wants to become, maybe the big antagonist at the end. Who knows? But I don't think it's anything good for anybody except her. Okay? So that's my headcanon right now. That's what I'm running with right now. We could find out, later. But moving on. So the night goes on, okay? Everyone's kind of asleep now, and they hear this big stomp. Boom! And you see this big hoof stomp the ground. Wakes up Shin and wakes up Glorio. They're like, what the fuck was that? And then this weird, nasty stench comes. It's obvious that it's this big, Minotaur guy that I talked about in one of my previous videos. It's this guy right here. Here's the picture. Now, he's walking down the cave, stomping. Shin's like, Goku, wake up. Goku wakes up as he gets there. He's like, what the hell is that? And he does, it cuts back to this Minotaur. He does this big breath. He has these big red eyes, and everyone's like, oh my god, this dude stinks. And he does this big, bull huff. And then Goku's like, wait, hold on. Why are we scared right now? It's just a cow. Like, we're good. And then that, demon cow thing, whatever, Minotaur, he goes, hey, I'm not a cow. What are you talking about? Don't call me a cow. And then he's like, I'm about to go hunting, and thanks to you guys, I don't need to hunt anymore because food came to me. And he goes, wait, you're hunting? Wait, hold on. You're a cow that eats meat? And he's like, I'm not a cow, I told you that. And so he's getting really mad, and then pretty much Glorio says, hey, Goku, chill out, I got this. Hey, if you think you're that strong, we could go outside. Because this dude's talking a big game, this cow guy. He's like, hey, I'm gonna eat you guys up. And Glorio's like, yeah, okay, let's step outside the cave then. And then the cow guy didn't really think that he was going to say that, so he was like, okay, fine, let's go outside then. And then Goku goes, hey, man, no, I got this. Like, you don't need to step in. And then Glorio's like, do you really think that I'm not as strong as you? Or he says something along those lines, like, do you think you're stronger than me? Or do you think I'm not as strong as you? Like, I can't hold my own here? And Goku goes, well, I mean, not to brag, Typical Goku. He's like, well, I mean, not to brag. And so Glorio goes, all right, then let's step outside. So, plot twist. Now we thought they were going to fight this big cow beast demon guy that looks terrifying. But they make a joke of him, and then Glorio's like, let's fucking fight, Goku. So now it's Goku versus Glorio out of nowhere. I'm not mad. I want to see what Glorio's about, so let's do it. And so they go out there, and he goes, well, I mean, they say you're the strongest in the universe, but you're a kid now, so I think I could take you on, Glorio says. And Goku's like, all right, let's see it. I'll fight you with one hand. So he puts one hand behind his back, and he's like, let's go. And then Pansy or Shin is like, don't get too cocky, but Goku just ignores him, and he's like, I got this. And so he gets in his fight stance. Glorio's like, all right, you really think you can beat me with one hand? And so they start clashing. Goku's like, bah, 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 dodging a bunch of stuff, throws a punch, it gets blocked. They still fight, he's still dodging, right? And, they kind of separate, and Glorio goes, all right, finger bomb. So when he points his finger up, you see this energy start coming from his finger, and he's like, what the hell is that? And Glorio goes, oh, this is magic. And now, because all Majins use magic, if you're part of the demon realm, you're a Majin. So you know magic. So Glorio's magic, it looks like it's about to be some kind of death beam or whatever. He points it at Goku, and a lightning bolt strikes from the sky above Goku. Boom, down into the dirt. Goku barely dodges, right? So now this is why the episode is called Lightning, because Glorio has this lightning magic, right? So Goku barely misses. He looks at Glorio. He's like, all right, bet, let's get it on. And Shin from the sideline goes, hey, Goku, fight him for real. I want to see how strong he is. I want to see what he's got. And Goku's like, bet, say less. So now Goku pulls out his power pole, fucking does his little thing, darts straight towards Glorio. Glorio's like, all right, bet. And pretty much does a Palpatine, electric lightning fingers. He's just like, ah, and Goku's just dodging it as he's flying straight towards him, because he's in the air. So he starts flying down towards Glorio, just dodging all the lightning, gets to him, and just smacks him with the power pole. Just fucking extends it. Yeet, boom, hits Glorio. So Glorio goes flying back. As he goes flying back, he looks at Goku. He's like, what the hell? And now he's pretty much charging up another magic attack, right? And now this one is going to get, more intense, because it looks like it's going to be like this big, gigantic beam that's going to go right to Goku. As he's, leveling up his magic, Goku sits. He looks at his hand and he goes, let's see if this works. And you can see, that golden aura, which has pretty much always been Goku's aura, like, especially since after he went Super Saiyan. But he pretty much, uses that golden key and starts, charging up. And as he's charging up, his hair slowly starts to turn gold. And this sick scene, this rock it does a zoom in of his eye. And this rock passes by his eye just like that. And as it passes, it's black. But once it goes like that, it turns blue, meaning he has achieved his Super Saiyan form. So Goku goes straight Super Saiyan. He's just like, boom, Super Saiyan. We're not playing no more. As by the time he goes Super Saiyan, Glorio has his energy magic ready to blast and pretty much shoots a death beam right at Goku. This dart of a death beam right at Goku's face. Goku doesn't even flinch, doesn't even move. He just straight up goes bing, and just literally with the tips of his fingers eradicates the death beam. After image. Straight after image. Boom. Disappears. Glorio's like, what? And then all you see is Goku's hand touch Glorio in the back. Just places it right there on his back. And he goes, all right, I think I won. Right then and there, Glorio's like, all right, you win, bro. What the hell was that? And then, they go back and they ask him, what was that? What'd you do? I think Pansy was asking him, you know how to use magic? What was that? And he goes, oh, that was a Super Saiyajin. I went to Super Saiyajin. And they were like, oh my God, Goku, you're so badass. That was awesome. He's like, yeah, I'm glad I could go Super Saiyan still in kid mode. Like, that's awesome. And there's just something about Super Saiyan 1's just standard Goku Super Saiyan that just gets you going every time. When he went into that Super Saiyan, I just got chills. I literally was like, yes! It gives you that old feeling that you would get as a kid watching Goku go Super Saiyan. So that was awesome. And pretty much the sparring session between them is over. And they're looking at the cow, because he's pretty much just like, he's like sweating, and he starts, walking back to the cave slowly, and they're like, hey, where are you going? I thought it was our turn. And he's just like, you know what? Yeah, let's fight. Wait, actually, on second thought, I ate too much before bed, and now, I think I'm just going to go back to bed, you know what I'm saying? And so he pretty much just turns around, runs away, goes back to the cave. And I want to say I was right about him. In my video about all villains explained. So, obviously I'm going to make a part 2 because I couldn't really explain all the villains. That was just my synopsis of what's going on, of all the villains that we've seen so far in the opening and kind of like, But I was pretty much right about him. I said he was probably going to be like a guardian of some kind. He probably won't be a villain. He might not be a villain. And he wasn't. I said there was a good chance he would be. I said, but he might not be. And he wasn't. He was just, he pretty much was the cave guardian, right? And now he's too scared to fight these guys, so he goes back. He's not a villain. He's not a serious threat. He's not a villain at all. So, it pretty much cuts to Bulma. It cuts to Kami's hideout where Bulma, Piccolo, Kibito, and pretty much everybody else is, right? And Vegeta, it shows him, squatting a bunch of weight, just doing a workout, and it shows Bulma fixing up the machine, pretty much the spaceship that's going to send them to the demon world, well, to the goldfish that gets them to the demon world, but they wouldn't be able to get in if they don't have a code, right? So that's why Kadan sent that guy to go pick them up. And now she pretty much finishes the spaceship. They all hop in. They're like, all right, peace out. See you guys soon. Mr. Popo, he's little. He's so cute with his horns and his pointy ears. Who's a demon? He is a demon with the pointy ears. He is a demon. From what demon world did he come from? Don't know. I want to say Demon World 1 because we all know how strong Popo is. So I think he's from a first world demon. And so anyway, they all take off to go. Right? They're all in the spaceship. Vegeta, Piccolo, and Kibito. They're about to take off. The ship fails. It doesn't work. It takes off and it crash lands back right on Kami's lookout. So that's pretty much the end. Bulma's like, oh no. And then it just ends, right? So it ends with a close-up on Bulma's face, which is going to set up the next episode because I believe in the next episode, we're going to see them get picked up by, that one guy that Kadan sent, okay? That big, fluffy, blue, alien-looking dude. And he looks like a Teletubby, but he's going to get picked up by them, or he's going to pick them up. He's going to take them to the demon world, and we should see them meet up with Goku and them in the next, maybe 3 to 4 episodes. So maybe by episode 10, everyone's going to be all together, meaning Vegeta, Piccolo, Goku, Kibito, and Shin, right? They're all going to be together. They're all going to catch up to Glorio. Maybe not. Maybe they need to do some catching up of themselves. Maybe they run into some villains. That's going to be cool because they're going to need to explore the demon world. They're going to run into people that they might not like. So, especially Vegeta. Vegeta's in the demon world. He's gonna be on demon mode. We all know that. So that's pretty much the end of the episode. And that was a cool episode. It was a fun one. Can't wait for the next episode next Friday. If you guys like the video, go ahead, like, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe. In the comment section, drop what you guys think. Drop what you guys think is going to happen in the next episode. Drop what you guys think is going on with all the Glens. Drop what you think is, going on behind the scenes with Glorio. I can't wait to hear what you guys are thinking. I really want to communicate with you guys more. Other than that, later, everybody. I'm out of here.